And representative for Colorado's 4th District, Lauren Opal Boebert, in case you didn't know that was her middle name, her son is in some hot water, you could say. He's in a bit of a Chris Hansen situation. Ooh, that gives me an excuse to talk about the movie that's coming out. A24 is making a movie about Chris Hansen. We'll talk about it later in this episode. But this is a certified hood classic.
This is a certified hood classic.
Guys, this is awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, son of Representative Lauren Opal Boebert, representative for 4th District of Colorado, Tyler Boebert. He's got some problems, you could say. He was arrested on charges of sexual exploitation of a child. Authorities are saying Monday, Tyler Boebert, 21 years old, was taken into custody Sunday and later released on a $10,000 bond. The Garfield County Sheriff's Office said in a statement, Tyler Boebert did not immediately respond to the request for comment. Quote, "I love my son," Lauren Boebert said in a statement Monday. Quote, "We take the allegations very seriously and pray for everyone affected during this challenging time." Yeah, the person that was affected. That's a great way of saying, I'm really sorry that my spawn raped your kid. That sucks, you know what I mean? It was not immediately clear whether Tyler Boebert has a lawyer to speak on his behalf. An attorney who previously represented him in a separate case did not immediately respond. This kid's 21 and he already has a separate case where he's had an attorney? Oh my goodness. Okay, they did not immediately respond to a request for comment. The charges are linked to a 2024 video of Tyler Boebert allegedly recording a 17-year-old. According to an affidavit in support of the arrest warrant, he was 18 at the time, and the 17-year-old's mother later alerted authorities that the video showing her daughter and Tyler Boebert having sex was posted on Instagram. Jesus Christ. Well, that's going to get you for sure. The affidavit says. The affidavit also does not say who the alleged video was posted by. Tyler was charged with 3 counts of sexual exploitation of a child and 2 counts of contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Yes, that's another charge. I completely forgot that's another thing you can get. Court records are showing he previously was arrested on charges police described as a string of vehicle trespass and property thefts. The case also continues. According to the Colorado Public Radio, after her son was arrested in 2024, Lauren Boebert said he had been through, quote, some very difficult public challenges for a young man. Yeah, of his own volition. And the subject of attention, she didn't say of his own volition. I added that in. I should have made it clear that we were exiting the quote. Now we are re-entering the quote. And the subject of attention that he didn't ask for. Well, you tend to get that when you're, a nuisance to the community or a danger to it. You know what I mean? That tends to get you some attention. It breaks my heart to see my child struggling and in this situation, especially when he has been provided multiple opportunities to get his life back on track. That doesn't make it sound any better for him. You make it sound like he's a fuck up. She said, "I will never give up on him and I will continue to be there for him." Listen, what a sweet mom, but honestly, like that, you're a representative for a state. You've got quite a delinquent for a son. That says quite a bit probably about your family life. I'm sorry to say it. I know many people, we can't say that the families can be held responsible for the crimes that the members of the family commit. In general, though, you can kind of get a feel for whether or not a household has permissibility on certain things. I'm just going to be honest with you, from the nature that you're hearing about this case. I'm not saying that Lauren Boebert is an Epstein, junior or anything like that. I'm saying that, like, she's clearly, I don't know if it's their lifestyle that they've taught him. I don't know if it's the culture that he grew up in. It's very much, and I'm not trying to come for white people's culture. There is a weird thing about white people being incestuous, but that's not the topic of today. That's a topic for another day. It is true. It's kind of like a weird white people thing, like you're kissing your kids on the lips. That's a white people issue. Knock that shit off. I'm being honest. I'm sick. Ugh. You gotta get a lock on that shit. I'm honest. I'm tired of seeing those documentaries where people go out in the woods of Kentucky and find people whose eyes go in different directions, and it's like, yeah, but this is because everybody's like, you know what I mean? You start to lose track of who's related to who out here after a while. That's worrisome, and it's a white people thing. Gaza, you know what? We're gonna go. I didn't mean to say Gaza. I meant to say God, but we're gonna go real quick down this rabbit hole because this was embarrassing. The state of Minnesota should have been nuked because of this video. All right, here it is. 14 years ago. Warning, nasty Pep Fest kissing Rosemount High School higher quality video. This video went viral. I remember I was like a teenager when this shit went viral, and I was shocked that this was happening in a Minnesota school. But then again, I remembered, oh shit, white people shit. Like, there's a weird kind of permissibility where it's like they'll make jokes, or they'll have like these little bits and whatnot where it's like, oh, the kiss lasts a little too long. Oh, then like mom's hands trailed or some shit. It's weird. It's so bizarre. And if you do not believe me, this video is linked in the description. It's 58 seconds. It's not going to take up much of your time. And you're going to experience peak white people when they're left alone up in the state of Minnesota for too long. They get wacky, my guys. They are so bizarre. Here we go. I don't want to get copyrighted because this has At a recent RHS, that song. At a recent RHS Pep Fest, select winter captains received a kiss from a special someone. Little did they know it was from their parents. So here's a blonde girl getting kissed by her dad. There's another blonde girl getting kissed by her dad. There's a tall, like, football-style guy getting kissed by his little, like, 5-foot-something mom in a nice white sweater. There's Jesus Christ. This is foul, man. Oh my God, what is the mom doing? She's, like, reaching into her back pocket. She trying to grab a Trojan? Here we go. They got one guy, he's in a Rosemount kind of like Letterman, not a jacket, but like what is the nylon zip ups, you know what I mean? And they have the school colors and normally the school name on the front. That's what he's wearing, and he's talking into a microphone that some fucking checker, you know how all like principals and teachers at Midwest schools, especially Minnesota, they wear the checker, you know what I mean, flannels and all that. And they all wear jeans because it's fucking Minnesota. Half of these people are in 4-H. If not more. You can guarantee it. It's factual. So he's got a blindfold on. All these people were kissing their parents with a blindfold on, and they had to guess as to who they thought they were kissing. This is like HPV, guys. This is like, seriously, like, how is this being permissible? How is this permitted? I understand they're going like, well, it's just their mom kissing them. Some people, you know what I mean? Their mothers contract something, and then they shouldn't probably kiss their kids on the lips for as long as, if they was like 10 seconds. Like, if you watch this video, it's vomit inducing. But this is, by the way, this is like white culture. This is like when some people say like, yeah, we have Shakespeare, we have all of the good, the literature, we have Mozart, we have the founding fathers, but you also have like incest, low key. Like when I think of when you ask me to picture criminals, I do unfortunately picture people of a certain race. When you ask me to picture a pedophile, I unfortunately picture like this balding white guy. And if you ask me to picture somebody who's stealing shoes from a Foot Locker, I picture somebody. They had luscious lips. Look at how everybody's they are enjoying themselves way too much. They're clapping. And then they take off the blindfold, and then he like throws it on the ground, clearly defeated, and then they play Girl Look at That Body while his mom she saunters over to him. They're fucking tonight. This is sick. You need to be arrested. Embarrassing, right? Yes, dude. Honestly, all of these people should CPS the whole goddamn school. I'm saying that like all the staff have them investigated, pull their R drives. I'm just gonna be honest with you. All of them need to be Chris Hansen. They all are like, what did you think you were doing tonight? What did you think when you were coming to kiss your child? You know what I mean? How could you agree to this? Didn't you realize this was gonna make your child an embarrassment? And then get people to cry on camera. Get them to feel bad. Get them to feel like shit. It's what they deserve, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sick. I don't even know what to say. I'm